What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Restoration Rundown podcast, the podcast that's dedicated to you, restoration business owner. My name is Ben. I'm your host. I'm also the CEO of Ironclad Restoration Marketing, where we help restoration and cleaning business owners more sales just by getting their internet marketing right. Today, we're going to talk about Google reviews. I know we talk about Google reviews quite a bit, and they're very important, but today we're not going to be talking about how to get them. You should be getting them, what to do when somebody leaves you a bad one. Today, we're going to be talking about the big pain in the butt that's been going on for the last 14 months or so is that Google reviews are just not popping up and or just getting deleted from your Google business profile with no resolution in sight. Well, finally, after 14 months, Google has finally put together a process on how to reinstate missing reviews that aren't posting up. We need to get the reviews. So it's extra frustrating when they just don't pop up or they just disappear. So we're going to share this presentation with you real quick. If you're listening in on the podcast, tune into YouTube, either at Ironclad Restoration Marketing or at the Restoration Rundown, and you'll be able to follow along with the slides that we have. So the one thing I want to say is when you're dealing with the missing Google reviews, the one thing, and I know this from experience, is don't punch your computer. This guy's getting ready to haul off and punch his computer. All it does is hurt your knuckles, take your computer and force you to get a brand new one. I've had to do on multiple occasions. Okay, so just a little background. Google introduced a new AI-based review filter. So you're getting a lot of spam reviews. Other companies are spamming reviews platforms. It's the Wild West out there when it comes to Google business profiles, which is why they make so many changes, which is why they sometimes tighten the reins, they over-tighten them, and then they have to step off. And, Google being the omnipotent being that it is, they never admit mistakes. They don't admit them until they've already fixed everything. And then they're saying, oopsie. So something similar has happened. So I don't know if you've noticed, but the last year, maybe even 2 years, views are just disappearing from your account, aside of all the suspensions that have been going on. Or when a customer leaves you a review, they don't pop up on your Google business profile. And that's a pain in the ass because it's hard enough to get reviews in the first place, let alone now reaching back out to a customer to say, hey, you go ahead and leave me another review. They're probably not going to do it. And that stinks, especially when you're really trying to do this stuff in-house. Now, if you partner with a third party, Liftify, they're really great at making sure this process goes through for you and talking to your customers, so you have no worries there. But if you are one of the DIY guys out there, finally Google, once they admitted their mistake, released a process. So what's happening is legitimate reviews from legitimate businesses were just disappearing, or new reviews weren't posting. When you reached out to Google support, their generic support line, you were just getting some, boilerplate email return saying Google removes reviews that violate its policies, and they're not going to do anything about it, which stinks. So most people just give up after that. We're a little bit more assertive, so we'd hit them up a few more times, but we really didn't have much luck until recently getting these reviews reinstated. So we'll walk you through the process. It's a little long, it's a little cumbersome, but I think that's by design. Google doesn't want to make anything real easy for you because if you can imagine how many millions of businesses are out there globally that were dealing with this problem and are still dealing with the problem, they put a lot of the work on you, but they are so important that you should be going through this process and more so just learning, getting used to going onto the support forums and the boards and everything like that and getting these things taken care of for you with any problem you have with your Google business profile. What you want to do, contact their support at this link, support.google.com/business/get help. Again, check out YouTube. You'll be able to look at this link and kind of follow along with this video. If you're just listening to this on one of the streaming services driving around in your vehicle, you're going to log in as a business owner, right? So you want to make sure you're logging in with the Gmail that you use to create your Google business profile in the first place. It also, just to let you know, it also allows Google local guides, anybody that's using the map platform, to report their own missing reviews. So let's say you did work for somebody you know very well and you have a relationship with, or you're in an ongoing process mediating some jobs for them, or it's a commercial account that you're doing a bunch of carpet cleaning for. That person can actually follow the same process. See this drop down here, the selections are you own the business, you're an employee of the business, a friend or family member acting on the behalf of the owner, for an agency. So when we manage people's Google business profiles, we're able to go in and create support tickets like this, or just a regular Maps user that actually left the review. So if you have a good relationship with them, more people reporting the missing review, the better. Okay. You're going to want to check this off. And for the purposes of today, let's just pretend that you're the business owner. You want to select that. You're going to type in, there's a lot of different things that you have issues with and you're missing a review, or a review was posted and didn't show up on my Google business profile. That's the best way to describe it on there. Again, the more pointed you can make these descriptions, better odds that you may be able to figure this thing out once you do send in this ticket. The next step, you're going to fill in all the information you're asking for as accurately as possible. Your name, full email address. If you are the person who owns the Google Business Profile, use the email that you use to create that Google Business Profile, phone number, what your relationship to the business is, and actually the business name that's on your Google Business Profile. Okay, don't abbreviate. Make sure you're as accurate as possible with this information, right? Then you're going to want to add your business ID. Now they're saying it's not required, but I would go out on a limb and say, just do it. They want to make sure that Google's looking at the right listing, especially if you're a franchise, want to make sure that they're looking at the exact business ID of the account that you're managing it. If you don't know how to find your business ID, it's pretty simple. You look here on this picture. This is a snapshot of what your profile manager looks like when you log into Maps or you're actually on Google's search engine, marketplace engine. Over in the top right of that, right next to your picture, there's 3 dots. If you click that, you'll be able to see a drop down that says Google Business Profile Settings. Hit advanced settings, and then you'll see your business profile ID. There's a button that you can copy that ID, go ahead and paste it into that form there. Make sure that they have the correct business. Okay. It's very important to do so. So it's not required, but you should do it. If your profile belongs to an elementary school, which it doesn't, this is just something I wanted to throw in there. You're not eligible to get new reviews anyway. So they've disabled any educational platforms from being able to get reviews. You always want to click no. You haven't been recently suspended or disabled. If you have, you just pick no anyways. And make sure you do select this. Make sure you write that no, you're not an elementary, secondary, or high school or educational institution in there, or they won't even, not going to get anywhere. If you are, and I mentioned this before, if you have an agency working on your behalf, this is a great option for your agency to be able to submit an attachment. So when you get a Google review as a business owner, you're going to get an email, right? So-and-so left you an X-star review. When you open up that email, it's going to show the user that left you the email. And so what I'm getting at is you have proof, right, that you did get a review. So if that review didn't stick, or you are doing well and you're saving these emails, some people delete them, but again, this is a reason to save these emails. You have proof that somebody left you a review. So that's what this section's all about. So this step, whether an agency's managing your account or you're able to actually upload an attachment, a screenshot, a PDF, copy of the email showing the person who left you a review that left you a review. Okay. Again, this is more about the information gathering process with Google. It's just making sure that you're covering all of your bases. This is something that if your agency does not know, something you can send them this video or just let them know that they need to be saving these reviews just in case they go away. Again, they're not strictly required for this process, but again, it helps. And I think that you're going to have really good luck on your reviews reinstated in the recovery process if you do provide a picture. So again, they're going to send you, when you get a review, you get an email, get a notification, save those emails, just screenshot them, go to your Google Business Profile page, screenshot that review with that username on there, because they will ask for the user, right? Now, this is said to be the best way to do it, right? So if you keep a copy of that, this is something here, you can. So now the other option is, so let's say you didn't keep the email, but you have some sort of relationship and ongoing communication with this client. If it's been filtered as Google as spam, so if it didn't pop up as a review after they left it, these local review, the local guides that I told you, can actually find a history of their reviews and are actually able to screenshot this and provide it to you, or they can do it for you themselves if they're, if you did a really good job for them. Again, this is stuff that it's going to be difficult to get going, but at least you have some sort of light at the end of the tunnel. There is some sort of way to get this recovered if they're not popping up. And again, this is a lot by design, I would imagine. They're making this a very cumbersome process, but inkling that over time, it's going to get easier and easier to be able to get this done. Again, they are mitigating a lot of spam that comes in here. There's a lot of people that go out there. There's a lot of businesses that do black hat tactics and spam the heck out of people's Google Business Profiles. One is, if you do have a client or you're a relative of somebody that's used this business, just open up the Google Maps app, click contribute, view your profile, and you'll see all the reviews that they've submitted. So if you're missing a review of so-and-so and say, hey, here's a process. Do you mind doing this for me real quick on your phone and sending me a screenshot? You will see them and you will be able to send that information over to Google. Now, remember that the reviewer name doesn't match the customer name a lot of times. You're going to need their actual Google account reviewer name, or request will be rejected. So you are able to select how many reviews are missing from your profile. If there's no new reviews being published on a profile, which was a huge problem last year, yes, you're able to talk about the time frame, which is when the reviews went missing. So again, you're giving them more information to look into your profile, making their job really easy for them. The more pointed you can be and the more descriptive you can be and accurate. And when you describe your issue very accurately, restate most of the things that you've already said in the drop-down menus. You're going to have a lot better time recovering. You don't want to get this rejected. It takes them a long time already to respond to you, so you don't want to give them any more reasons to just ignore your email or reject your request, right? So And to recap, you can go through, there is a process. It is a lot of work, but there is a way. These reviews are worth it. It's worth getting those reviews back. It's worth going through this process just to learn. And also, if you can recover some of those reviews that you work really hard to get, that's even better. It's icing on the cake. Give you a lot of other options when it comes to getting your reviews reinstated. If you have any more issues, get in touch with us at Ironclad Restoration Marketing. Give us a call. Go to our website, some of our other videos that we've had. And if you've enjoyed this episode, I implore you to like, subscribe, and share this with anybody that's in the restoration and cleaning world that wants to learn how to get their internet marketing right and avoid some of the missteps that a lot of contractors out there deal with when it's internet marketing and it comes to getting leads for their business. All right. Until next time, I appreciate you guys tuning in. Good luck getting those Google reviews back. We'll talk to you soon.